So this is the conclusion of the conversation between the four sages, the Kumaras, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu or Krishna. At the end of the conversation, the great sages parikramya bhagavantam, they have circumambulated the Lord. So Lord is standing, they immediately started circumambulating him. Then pranipat yanumanyacha, they have paid their obeisances. Very respectfully, with great ecstasy, they have paid their obeisances to the Lord. And then anumanyacha, and they have learnt pratijagmuhu pramudita. They returned, they went away from the place, but they are extremely delighted at learning Shamsantaha Vaishnavim Shriyam, the divine opulences of the Vaishnava. They heard from the Supreme Lord the glories and opulences of the Vaishnavas, and so they become extremely delighted, pramudita, and with that they return from that place to their original place. So in the previous shlokas, if you see, the Lord is glorifying the Vaishnavas. That means his own devotees. In one of the shloka he is saying, I am a servant of my devotees. In fact, I do not like accepting the offerings into the Yajna-kunda in comparison to eating through the mouths of the Vaishnavas and Brahmanas. These are the glories of Vaishnava. So if Vaishnavas are honoring prasadam, actually it is Krishna who is eating through them. Particularly a pure devotee, when he is honoring prasadam, that is Krishna is relishing through him. So, because the Lord is enjoying the eating of Vaishnava's prasadam, we should not envy anybody's honoring or anybody's eating. We should also relish. If somebody is eating more than us, we should be very glad. So much is offering to Krishna and to him also. But don't overeat. Because that instruction is there from Prabhupada. By hearing these glories of Vaishnavas, so they became extremely delighted. And out of great respect, they paid their obeisances and circumambulated. So Prabhupada is saying, in every temple we have a facility where people can pay obeisances. They should learn how to pay obeisances to the Supreme Lord. And they should learn how to pay obeisances to the Vaishnavas. Because these paying obeisances to Vaishnavas is more pleasing to the Supreme Lord. For Krishna, everybody, Vishnu, everybody pays obeisances automatically. He is so awe-inspiring that everybody submits. If they have the vision or they have the darshan of the Lord, they submit, pranipat. But to recognize Vaishnavas and then to offer obeisances is that is even more glorious. We should not think I am there, Prabhupada is there, Krishna is there, and that's it. I will satisfy Prabhupada and then I'll go back to Krishna, and nobody else is required. In between, There is no need of anybody else. We should not think like that. Prabhupada is not alone. He is with his disciples, with his entourage. Whenever you go, you see Prabhupada, whenever he goes anywhere, he is always surrounded by his disciples. Somebody is personally serving him, and somebody is taking care of his arrangements, preaching programs, his stay, prasad. There so many things are happening. And then Prabhupada used to be very happy if all his disciples are together and organizing nice preaching events. Wherever Prabhupada goes, he wants to meet all the elite section of the society. He used to tell the disciples, you bring the professors, you bring some scientists, you bring some people who can. Because if the leader gets convinced in the society, the leaders gets convinced, then the impact is more. I think we discussed also in the last class, they are called influencers. They are called celebrities. Whatever name you give, there are people to listen to them. Right? Let us say, we say Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead, you will have 50 views. And when celebrity says Krishna is a supreme personality, you will have 5,000 views. Some 10,000 views. He's saying the same thing as what I am saying or somebody else is saying, but then you see how he attracts, because he already has certain base followers. So that's why Prabhupada wants to enhance the preaching impact. With a little endeavor, you want to achieve bigger results. Then why not? And how is it possible? You attract and convince the leaders of the society. So the big people of the society. So Prabhupada, while doing all these things, he is encouraged his disciples to nicely respect each other and cooperate with each other. In one of the letters he says that he mentions one name, Siddha Swarup, only Siddha Swarup is the pure devotee and nobody else is pure devotee. No, this is nonsense. All my disciples are pure devotees. Then what is if all of us are already pure devotees, then what is there now to practice sadhana and all this monitoring, ticking, punching into the biometric? Ye sab kya hai? The seed is pure. Prabhupada has planted the seed of pure devotional service. Bhaktilata bija, pure. Dal diya. Already it's there in the hearts. And devotees have taken up that seriously. They want to become pure devotees. So that's why Prabhupada says it's like mango. They are like raw mango. And little more time, if they are there, then it becomes ripened. They should be connected to the tree, that's all. Raw mangoes, they become ripened to the tree. Nowadays, we don't see such scenes also, because people take away the fruits when they are still kacha, and then they have some artificial methods to ripen the mangoes. But actually, if you leave it to the tree, you will see it turns into beautiful golden color, wonderful mango. So, remain connected to the tree, the Chaitanya tree or Prabhupada's tree. This is our goal. Like yesterday also, Jagan Mohan Prabhu is just jinda rehna hai. You have to be alive in this process. And so when we have to be in this process for our whole life. That should be our goal. Whole life, I want to be in this process. Serving, 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 if I can pass away. That is the glory. Devotees should be conscious that I don't want to die here and there. There's so many people die. But I want to, this is the glory of my life, if I can die while serving. The other day, one senior devotee, Prabhupada's first generation disciple, Padmanabh Prabhu, he was in touch with the Bangalore temple. So he became ill, and then he came to Bangalore for final this thing, and then he was admitted into hospital. And hospital's going on, and then the doctors have put him under ventilator. These ventilators are like those giant things pumping air and keeping it. So then at certain point of time, doctor said it's very difficult, and I think it's already time. And he was sometimes it is appearing that there is he can recover, but sometimes so it's going on like that. And then we were all in Vizag, that Pratishtha ceremony, and the actual installation day is the Bhakti Siddhanta's appearance day. On that day we came to know that Prabhu has passed away. On the appearance day of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He must be 70 plus. Looks very ordinary. It's not that he has done some earth-shaking achievements. But apparently, externally if you see, there is. But internally he is very attached to Prabhupada. Very, very attached to Prabhupada. And then you see what a glorious disappearance. And then appearance day of Bhakti Siddhanta. You won't get such chance. So, simply become attached to Prabhupada and his mission. And our life goal is only my dead body will come out of this mission. That's all. When I am alive, I cannot come out of this. Alive means I should be alive as a disciple of Prabhupada. Serving his mission, day and night. This should be our target. We also have to have one goal in life. And if we have to achieve this goal, we have to remain connected to this tree so that we can become a ripe and sweet person. Sweet mango is a very sweet person. A very sweet, with full of qualities. If we have to turn into that kind of a personality, then we have to be connected to Prabhupada's service, his mission. Like yesterday we understood, circumstances are not the actual cause. Never think something external is the cause. Always it is connected to our lack of Krishna consciousness. It's easy to blame others, circumstances and this and that. There could be genuine mistakes also with the external circumstances. But devotee is not thinking all that. He is seeing that it is my own swayamkruta, swayamkrutam. It is my own doing that I am experiencing all these things. Please understand, we cannot experience anything without the sanction of the Supreme Lord. Now if I am experiencing something, that means Krishna's sanction is there. It's an opportunity to see Krishna once again in our lives. If you have any difficulty, if you have any health issue, or this issue, that issue. One health issue, Krishna. Two health issues, Krishna, Krishna. A whole day health issues. If you can think like that. Otherwise, we'll be counting the diseases. So, a devotee sees the Lord's hand, and then he thinks that it's because of my own doing in the past. It is coming as this kind of an experience to me. He doesn't blame anybody. He still focuses on his services. Because if you blame somebody and then this or that, so many time waste. Some rumor, some this thing, that thing, and then again somebody will come and question that also, and then why a lot of time waste. My own this thing. But as a matter of duty, you can bring it to your authorities and say, "Bro, this is what I heard, this is what I saw." Just leave it. Okay, so if we want to become that ripened mango, full of this 26 qualities of a pure devotee, it's a very exalted state. Krishna is saying, I am happy with Brahmanas. Brahmanas are my mouth and they are very dear to me. And Brahmanas exhibit only 8 qualities. Okay, take it as 12 qualities. Both the descriptions are there. But we are talking about pure devotee with the 26 qualities. And with the depth as good as Vishnu. So, we got such a spiritual master. We are fortunate to get such a spiritual master who is very dear to Krishna. All the 26 qualities are there. We are not, what do you say, in the opposite camp we see, they say, Guru needn't be a pure devotee. Guru can be Madhyama or Guru can be even Kanishta. And they also say, sometimes Guru can fall down also. Now this is their understanding. I heard videos where they are saying, Guru can fall down once in a while, sometimes ho jayega. Then I said, wow. Somebody goes to Prabhupada and says, Prabhupada, some devotee is saying that Guru can fall down. And Prabhupada says, who is that rascal? He said, no, Guru can never fall down. And it's extremely fortunate situation where we are able to say, my Guru will never fall down. Prabhupada is impeccable. After coming into Krishna consciousness, after coming into Hare Krishna, the last snare of that Maya is to miss out Prabhupada as our Diksha Guru. That's the last snare. Because Maya knows, if we surrender to Prabhupada, it's all over. He's already sitting on the boat, which is going to cross the ocean. Already sitting. Our goal should be baito rehna. Baito. On the ship, sit down nicely, tightly you sit down. Hold on to your seat and tightly sit down there, that's all. Your next passenger is not good, or the opposite passenger is very irritating, making a lot of all these things. Still, up better. You sit down tightly. And if you are seen now in the ocean, when the boat is traveling, sometimes big waves come on, and water will also come onto the boat. And if somebody thinks, idhar bhi water hai, udhar bhi water, kya hai idhar? And let us see, jumps into the ocean. Idhar bhi water hai, kya hai? And idhar bhi problems hai, udhar bhi problems hai, kya hai? And then you are not seeing that this water is only 1 feet That water is 13 kilometers. Even expert swimmers, they cannot manage those waves and that water. So here, this much you need to learn. How to manage that 1 feet water. Some difficulties will come, some waves will come. Don't get dissatisfied. Are either be I say, no, this is only just skin level. Some aberrations will be there. Otherwise, we'll forget now that this is material world. Some aberrations will be there. So, stick on to your seat and tolerate all those whatever inconveniences you are seeing all around. Confident that I am already placed in the proper boat. And Prabhupada is my captain, it is going to reach the destination. Whatever may be happening, I'll just stick on. So this should be our goal. So in this journey, certain qualities will help us. Ultimately, Shastra says, Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana. If somebody becomes a pure devotee, automatically all the good qualities will be present in his body. He develops all the qualities. So then, what should we do? Should we try to develop these qualities separately? It's not separately. So what Prabhupada says is, even though material conditions are miserable, if these qualities are developed by practice, by all classes of men, then gradually it is possible to rise to the highest platform of transcendental realization. Prabhupada is saying, material conditions are miserable. As I said, on the boat also you will have water. Some miseries are there. But if these qualities are developed by practice, you have to practice. See, we practice these qualities by bhagavatam, through bhagavatam. Not artificially reading some outside books. Like they say, you conquer your anger in 21 days. And the books will be the thick books. 22nd day he will be angry. After completing the book. The next morning he is angry. No, we are not looking into such models. By hearing some of the pastimes of Guru, Krishna, Gauranga, we can develop these qualities. Anything you feel you need to develop, you read particularly those pastimes and go on trying to inculcate. Like yesterday I was mentioning Pracheta's example, that shloka 4.30.8, 9, 10 you read. There is a blessing that is given. Bhagavatam offers blessings after every pastime. So Pracheta's pastime, it says, anybody who hears this every evening, he will be blessed with friendly, good relations with, brotherliness with other devotees and other living entities. See, let us see, you have a lot of issues with others. Read Prachetas again and again and again. Qualities will flow from a higher source to us. That's how quality is, not that we try to develop something. So you read the pastimes of such great personalities, that those qualities will flow into us. So you read like that. And Prabhupada also handled many of these cases. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Leela also we see, Mahaprabhu has shown many Leelas, how to deal with Vaishnavas. And so by hearing these kind of pastimes, we can actually cross over those limitations. Gradually, those qualities will start manifesting in us. So there is some practice is required. What are those qualities that I can develop as sadhakas? There are many are there, but then some things I have, we can select For example, the first one is forgiveness. Prabhupada says in one place, it is said that the beauty of a tapasvi or a saintly person is forgiveness. This is called beauty. If somebody is very forgiving, others may be offending him, insulting him, throwing some inconveniences to him. But let us say he has a nature of forgiving, then that is called the beauty. That's the beauty of a saintly person. Otherwise, not physical beauty. You have to see how forgiving he is. And then, second quality is swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means cultivation of knowledge or study of the scriptures. Now, this is considered one of the qualities, required qualities for a saintly person. And we are so fortunate, Prabhupada has given so many books and so much of Vani has left behind. I don't want to criticize, but in the opposite camp, if you see, who hears Prabhupada's Vani and who reads Prabhupada's books? They all have to read their own Guru's books. One from the opposite camp, one person met me, a little elderly person, maybe he's also 25-30 years old in the movement. He's no more with them. And I said, what happened? Why are you keeping aloof? Then I said, when I was, he is also from an IIT, I think IIT Mumbai or something. When I was in the college, I came in touch with Prabhupada books. I used to read very nicely. I used to hear his Vani. All those things he used to do. And then he came in touch with the local temple and then he joined also. And after some time he got initiated. After initiation, some of the senior disciples told him that now you should not listen to Prabhupada. Now you should not read Prabhupada books. Now you should read your Guru, his books and his Vani. He said, that's fine. I'll why are you saying, no, don't read all this? No, that's it. That's the rule you have to follow. He was very, very upset. And I think after a few months or 1 or 2 years, he just left. Said, no, this is not what I want. We have the great opportunity. There are about 2,500 lectures, Prabhupada's lectures with very good audio quality. Apart from that, maybe around another 1,800 or so lectures are there, but with a little moderate to little poor audio quality, but then 2,500 lectures you have. Every day, even if you hear one lecture, you are looking at how many years just to complete once. And then, of course, Prabhupada books are there. Reading Prabhupada books regularly, hearing his Vani is so important. Particularly, we have to hear his Vani also. In one of the Bhagavatam purports, Prabhupada says, when a pure devotee glorifies the Lord, that vibrations, they carry the saffron dust particles of the Supreme Lord, the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. And then he says, when that powerful sound hits the conditioned jiva, the soul wakes up. Only such sounds have the potency to cross, these mental layers, intellectual layers, emotional layers, and directly touch the soul. Many other sounds and logical things that we hear, they all settle at the mind or intellectual layer. Intellectually, you are very happy, adbhut. And I think soul is still sleeping. So Prabhupada's, sometimes intellectually it may not be appealing, and even mind is also trying to reject. It's not very getting attracted. Even then, if somebody hears that sound, whatever way he hears, there is an impact. So, this focus on Prabhupada's Vani, this is considered a godly quality. Swadhyaya. So devotees should have targets in this. They should, yes, every day I have to do this. Within, not in a controlling mode. Our mode is to serve this, the Vani. Guru can be served either by Vapu or Vani. So this is Vani Seva, it is called. So just, Pranipad, yesterday, last class we were discussing. Blank slate, and then start hearing Prabhupada's Vani. Okay, so there are now many websites are available where you get this Vani. And there are also, there's some kind of some small transistor kind of things have come now. Maybe, I can send one piece to you. You can see, because internet, if you go, then we don't know, whether we'll be able to come back. Prabhupada's lecture ko chodo. So many are there. So better is, away from all that. So that is the second quality. Then the third one is simplicity. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments that Saralata or simplicity is the first qualification of a Vaishnava. Whereas duplicity or cunning behavior is a great offense against the principles of devotional service. So, two things here, simplicity, duplicity. Duplicity means cunning behavior. Actually, we should become simple. Duplicity means something inside and showing something outside. This is kind of a duplicitous behavior. So we should be very straightforward particularly with the authorities, and ensure that we progress in spiritual life. One more is akrodha. Here Bhagavad Gita is saying, akrodha means to check anger. Even if there is a provocation, one should be tolerant. For once one becomes angry, his whole body becomes polluted. So this is akrodha. We should not become angry, somehow tolerate. Actually, recently we visited this Mayapur Dham, and happened to visit Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's those quarters. And outside his living room, there is one board is there, and where Bhaktisiddhanta's words are there. He says, the first qualification of a Matavasi, that means those who are living in the Mata, is tolerance, he says. So, we should take inspiration from all this and focus on our duties towards this mission. Then, just fifth one is apaishunam, means that one should not find fault with others or correct them unnecessarily. This is also one instruction for all of us. We should not find faults unnecessarily, correct them unnecessarily. And then finally, gentleness. Any person who neither becomes impudent nor exhibits a puffed up nature is called gentle. Gentle means, he doesn't exhibit the puffed up nature. So like that, you choose some 1-2 qualities like that. Try to practice. Gradually, you will see, we will also develop that quality. Automatically, it becomes part of you. And then whenever you, moving around, people can see those qualities in you. But as I said, these qualities are through bhagavatam. By serving bhagavatam, person bhagavata, book bhagavata, we can develop these qualities. We'll stop here. Any questions? Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.